Good to see you, Gabriel.
Thanks, bro.
How was New York City?
Well, New York is New York. It was there, rainy a little bit,
Yeah.
but you know, it's the city. Like somebody said, they loved it so much they named it twice.
That's it, New York, New York.
So there was Fashion Week, even though I had gone there for other businesses. There was Fashion Week, but you know, New York will always surprise you, man.
No doubt.
It will always surprise you. It's a 20-hour city. It doesn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like somebody says, the sun is always rising in New York, but it doesn't set. So it was crazy. There was so much going on, bro. So much going on.
Really?
So much going on. But it's a beautiful city.
Yeah, it is. It is.
City. Well, the problem is when I was there, you know, they were looking back at the 17 years since September 11th.
Yes.
And the mood, man, not Tuesday, the mood was just somber.
Really?
I couldn't help. And you know, they had this parade, and they had families actually of the survivors, people who started coming out to call on names. Man, those names were not coming to an end. So many people really perished.
They kept reading and reading and reading and reading.
And I would listen to the analysts that were talking on TV that particular day. And I mean, it was everybody saying how they could have avoided these things. In fact, Kenya came to play at one point. You know, they said with the twin bombings in Nairobi and Jerusalem, I mean, they would have upped their game like the way the Israelis have done throughout the years. But then again, I think it was an eye-opener for the American security apparatus. I think they've held their game together. So, I mean, that particular day, it was just, you could tell the mood was not right. People are remembering all these firemen, you know, they were remembering the families, you know, the people who worked at the World Trade Center, you know, the airline people, the passengers. I mean, it was a crazy mood.
You know, it could have been a lot worse when you think of it, because up to 50,000 people used to work in those towers.
You can imagine.
50,000.
You can imagine. And you know the funny thing, when that was happening, I was on the other side. I was actually in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember that day very, very well. Yeah. I just woke up ahead, just gone to the office, and you know, we all looked at our TVs when the first plane hit.
Yeah.
And we all took it as an accident.
Yeah,
you remember the president at that time?
President
Bush. Exactly. The President Bush at that particular time was somewhere in Sarasota, Florida.
Correct.
In a school, you know, something like that.
Nursery school, kindergarten.
And I mean, it was, wow, how did this happen?
Yeah.
How did this happen? I mean, the accident. Oh man, what happened to this pilot?
And then
the second. And everybody in unison was like, boom.
Yes.
This is an attack.
Yeah.
This is an attack. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine to land all those planes that were flying into and across the US, to land them with
ground?
Grounded. And then at one point, there was no communication, no fax, no email, no mobile,
all
no
shut
cellular.
down.
Everything was shut down. So about 41 hours. Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. I know Kenyans that were in New York and were telling me that was hell.
Yeah.
That was hell.